Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today is my Shop My Stash, so it has turned into monthly. I was hoping to try and do this every 3 weeks. It's just I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, we're going to go through everything that I pulled last month, and then we're going to put some new stuff in here. Now you won't have seen these, but I've put these drawers here for my Shop My Stash, and what was here before, I put my Colourpop and a few other things back in it. Initially there was my Colourpop makeup in it anyway, so I just went back to the old way of doing it. So let's do base. Let's take these things out. To be honest, I am fed up of these items. The one good thing is some of it is finished, like this here, this Too Faced Hangover RX primer, which I absolutely adore. I need to get another one of these, probably a little bit bigger next time around. I need to just repurchase it. It is as good as they say, guys. If you sat on the fence wondering if you should get it, then I would say yeah. I mean, it is worth the splurge. So that one is going to go in empties. Right, and then the other primer that's practically nearly empty as well. We've got the Becca Backlight Prime and Filter, so I think I'm just going to keep this in here as well until it's all gone. I don't know if I'm a fan of it, guys. I don't think I like it, so I don't know if I'd repurchase it. I do have a backup of that one. Foundations, we're going to put this one back. I really like this. It's kind of my holy grail. It's probably my favourite foundation out. It's the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation, hyaluronic acid, and it's a long wear one, but it's not matte or anything like that. It just really gives you a nice glowy appearance, and this one is in Neutral Ivory. I don't know if the camera is gonna let you see it, but that's the shade I'm in. And then I've been wearing this as well. When I want to do a quick makeup look, I've just been putting the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum on. Is it any good? A friend of mine asked me to let her know if it was any good, and I haven't done that yet. I would say if you want something that's barely there, I mean, a lot of people that I talk to don't like things like this because it's barely there and you can't feel it, you can barely even see it. But if you don't want a full coverage or even a medium coverage foundation, I'd say this is probably one of the better ones out there, and it's affordable as well. I think it's £14, so it's not very inexpensive. I'm sure you can get more affordable ones than that, but that one does have like that hyaluronic acid plumping serum in it, so it is, yeah, it's good for that. It just says 1% of pure hyaluronic acid. Shade wise, I will tell you they don't have a lot. I think there's only about 4 shades. My shade is the lightest, 0.5 to 2, which is very light, go figure. But yeah, I will use it. I don't know if it'll be a repurchase once I've used it. Concealer wise, I did buy this. I picked this up from Wilko. When I told you about it last time, it was a new concealer. It's from Body Collection, and it's an illuminating concealer. I don't like it, I don't think. I mean, I can't use this under my eyes just purely because it's the same colour as my skin. In fact, it's probably a bit darker than my skin, but it blends in well. So it's not like a brightening. It's not like what I use to brighten under my eye area. For that, I use the Fast Base Concealer, and this one is even probably a little bit too deep. And this one is in the shade C1, so I need to go and get C0.5. I really like that shade, but I do really like that Fast Base Concealer, but them two are going back. I'm going to leave this one in because it's kind of Project Pan, but I've been neglecting it for the last few months. This is also an empty, so this one can go in empties. I think I'm going to leave them in here though until I do my 21 in 2021, because they're kind of a part of that. Where's that primer? Yeah, they're kind of a part of that. Then we've got the W7 Get Set eyeshadow base. Now this, so what you've got to think about is I only wear makeup now twice a week. Sometimes not even that, sometimes it's only once a week, so I'm not really using it as much as I was before. Then we have the Wet n Wild pressed powder in neutral beige. More pan has been hit, I would say, so that's that one there. That one can go back. We've got the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. Now I was talking to a friend, not about this particular product, but about products that are, I overhyped. I try them because they're overhyped and I just think, well, they must be a good product. This one, I don't know if it's worth the money at all, to be honest. I mean, I've got better illuminators than this, so that's what it looks like on the hand. I mean, you can see it's definitely illuminating. I think it might just be a bit too deep for my skin tone, even with foundation underneath. Kind of shows through. I got the shade Too Fair because they didn't have light, so I'll use it up and then probably not repurchase. This, however, is absolutely beautiful. I'd wanted to try this for, well, since I knew about it, but you couldn't get it in the UK, and then Poundland did this one. A deeper shades. My friend Karen, really what I should have done is sent her this one. For some reason I thought that she was quite a lot deeper than me in skin tone, but she isn't, not really. I mean, she's not as pale as me, obviously no one is, but I think this would have worked for her. So if I see that again, I might send that at a later date. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo. What shade is it? Halo Goodbye. Absolutely beautiful. I think I might even leave that in because I didn't get to use it that many times. And then that's it for that drawer. I'm trying to go through this as quick as I can. Okay, so this I used a few times and I absolutely love it, guys. It's the Catrice Luminous Highlighter Glow Palette. It is absolutely beautiful. There isn't one product in there that I can't use. That blush is so nice. Let me get, do I have a wipe? Let me just wipe that illuminator off and I can show you what they look like. So we're going to swatch the highlighters first. So those are the two highlighters. That's what they look like. I mean, they're so glowy. And then we've got a really nice glowy blush, and that's the kind of blush that I like. So that's what that looks like. Let me turn it down a tiny bit. So that's what they look like. Absolutely stunning. Don't really want to pop them away, but I've got another palette that I want to use, a new one. So for this month that one can go away. Right, we'll put the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer away. I only used it a couple of times, but you can see I'm starting to make a dent here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that, and it is quite new, so yeah, we'll put that away. The ABH in the shade Peachy Love looks like that. I did use it a couple of times as well, so let's put her away. I did use this one. These are really nice. Karen got me a whole bunch of cream blushes because she knows I'm not really into like powder blushes anymore. I do like powder blushes, but I'm not mad about them. I will get the odd one that kind of interests me, but I do want to get more cream. So this one is the MUA Tutti Frutti. It's absolutely lovely. Use that, I don't know whether I use it once or twice. I know I like it though. And then this one, guys, this one is more of a matte blush, but you can obviously top it up with a more glowy one. absolutely love it. I don't know if this one is my favourite out of all the ones that she got me. So this one is the Made by Mitchell blush in Can't Cope with Coral, and I saw that Beauty Bay was doing an offer on the entire blush collection that Made by Mitchell actually brought out, and I was tempted because this is such great formula. I'll show you the colour, I'll show you the shade. It looks bright, but when you blend it in, it really is nice. So look how bright it looks. It doesn't actually look that bright on camera, but trust me, it looks bright in person. And then it blends in so nicely. I need a wipe, don't I? I didn't intend on doing any swatches. Right, so there's some of these blushes that I just have to keep in because I've not used them. But like I said, I do have a blush palette. I think I've got a couple more blushes to try of Karen as well. Right, so this Milani one, I did use, I think maybe once, even twice. I do want to leave it in and see what I think of it. So this one is in the shade 120 Coral Crush, and it's one of their cheek kisses. Really, really pretty. Looks like that. This one as well, I know that I really, really like this. I am tempted to get some more of these for myself. So again, Karen bought this for me. So it's the Revolution Super Dewy in the shade Fake the Flush. Absolutely beautiful, and it smells of watermelon, guys. So I'm going to pop that back. Right, so I still haven't used that Infallible blush paint. That speaks volumes. It's been in, it must be cracking on for like 2 months now. It speaks volumes I've not used it, but I do want to rank it before I actually get rid of it. So let's leave that in. This stays in all the time, but I don't know whether to pop it back. I absolutely love it, and I know I'll want to use it throughout the month, because we are doing a monthly Shop My Stash now. I mean, look at the dent here. Can I turn it down? I'll show you. Can you see that dent there? Right, I need to change the batteries in this. Hang on a second. Oh, actually, I think it's alright. Yeah, so we'll keep this one in. So we'll keep that in. Don't know about this Rimmel one. I think we'll have to keep the Rimmel one in as well, because I'm undecided on it. So that's that. I didn't use this at all. In fact, I think I might have. Can't keep everything in. Put it back. I think I might have used it once. And then we've got this Pretty Fly Doll Beauty one, guys. I'm obsessed with this. I've only used it maybe once or twice though, so it definitely needs to stay in. Absolutely beautiful packaging. And that's what the blush looks like. So let's do you a little swatch. So that's what it looks like. Beautiful. Right, so that's the second drawer done. I think there's only one more drawer to do, because then in the fourth drawer down, that's all like brow products, and I never really talk about that because they all always stay the same. So it's just highlighters now. Oh, and there's a powder there. I think I'll leave this powder in. I didn't use it. I can't remember using it at least for 2 weeks. I can't remember using it at all in the month that I had this Shop My Stash, so let's leave that in. I don't know whether to use the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and it's just really, really good. It's a really, really good powder, guys. So I think I'm going to leave that. The Essence All About Matte is really good, like for chiselling out contour. So I think I'll leave that in. Now the highlighters, I only really had 3 highlighters plus I think that one. So I'm wondering why I didn't pull more, but that's all I had. And then obviously I had the face palette, the Natasha Denona face palette, but I can't, yeah, I think I did use it once or twice in that month. Anyway, let's talk about the highlighters. So we've got the Revolution Reactive, which looks like that. Probably only used once, maybe twice, but she can go back. We've got the Doll Beauty Doll Light Like a Diamond. Absolutely adore this. You can see there's quite a big dent in the middle there, but she can go back as well. The only one that's not going back, and there's a reason for this, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know why. And if you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to, I always put the handle right at the beginning of my videos when I'm editing it, but it is at Beauty with Andy __ if you want to follow me. I only need one more follow, guys, and I've got 900 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate that person who would do that for me. Anyway, with Hit Pan, can you see that, guys? It's absolutely beautiful. This highlight is just such a stunning highlight. I mean, it's really nice and golden. So yeah, there is that there. So that's that one. So like I said, that one will stay in. Other than that, we will choose new products. Yeah, that's all brow products and Project Pan. I go through that so many times. I want to cut this video down a little bit shorter and get through it a little bit quicker, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to talk about palettes now. So in this top drawer is the palettes that I've used, and how on earth I got through all this and used all these palettes in the month, I don't know. But it's quite obvious need to start pulling more eyeshadow palettes out. But I think what I'm going to do is let you choose the eyeshadow palettes. That's something that you can choose for me. Where the rest of the makeup that I have in my collection, I don't know how I would do it. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to let you choose my eyeshadow palettes. So each week I'll ask you which ones you want to see looks with. Right, so I've just put a poll up. I've got some new eyeshadow palettes. The 2 main ones that people have shown an interest in the haul that I did was the Sigma Enchanted and the Jackie Aina palette. So I put a poll up which one you would like to see first, and at the moment 60% of you are asking for the Sigma Enchanted, but by the time I come to doing an eye look, hang on a minute. Right, so that's done. So I've just changed the batteries. So yeah, as I was saying, so by the time I come to do an eye look with either the Sigma or the Jackie Aina, whatever you vote for, it's going to be at least another week. I've not done any looks with the Colourpop High Tides, and that was voted before this new vote went up. So look out for the polls. The polls will be going up. I'm not going to pull much today, probably just the High Tides, and then next week when the vote comes in, we'll obviously pull some more palettes. Anyway, let's talk about these. This one here, the Hocus Pocus Gavaran Sisters, is absolutely stunning. Why I didn't get this last year when it was first released, I don't know, but I'm glad I've got it in the collection now. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's just take that colour shield away. I mean, just look at the artwork, guys. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it not? I wonder who gets commissioned to do their artwork. I mean, it's just so beautiful. And the eyeshadows in this palette are stunning as well. I did a collaboration with Renee from Beauty and More with Renee. I'm going to put that in this video just so you can check it out if you've not done so already. Both me and Renee would really appreciate it. So that's that palette. That's going back. I can't show you in particular order, and I probably even struggle to get eye looks from this up unless they're on Instagram and I can steal the photos from Instagram. Then I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you the looks that I did. Right, and then we've got this one, and this one exceeded my expectations. I absolutely adore this palette, this Boudoir Noir, so thank you guys for choosing it. So this was another palette that you guys chose for me, and that's what it looks like. The best look that I came up with was when I used this sleeping shade. It got so much good feedback on Influencer as well. Yeah, I just really love that look, and I used Desire as well. I used pretty much all the palette when I did my, I think it was 3 days free looks. Again, you would probably need to go and have a look at the video of me using this palette, but that's definitely on the channel as well. They all are, because that's why I pull out these palettes to do looks with. Then we've got the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. This one is in the shade Peach. So that looks like that. This one is a beautiful palette as well. And I know for a fact this is on the channel. I think this went on a premiere. Quite a few people of you said how nice this shade was here. So yeah, I combined those two. Even once I put this in the inner corners and it worked quite well. Now this one here, this like more bronzy shade, you could get that in any palette, but that one is definitely unique. I'll show you. I mean, look at that. You don't get that in a lot of palettes. So that's that. It's not really a shimmer, it's more like a satin shade, but yeah, it's really pretty. These Huda palettes I never used. They always stay in. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts on them so that when we come to do the Huda least favourite to favourite, then I know. So we all know what it looks like, but we've got the Huda Nude Light, and I'm coming round to it, guys. When I first got it, I really didn't like it. I didn't think it was worth the money. I did like certain shades like this one, and this one, and then the mattes, but I didn't think these shades were all that. But yeah, I'm coming round to it now. So yeah, that one can stay in. And then we've got this Huda Beauty Gemstones Obsessions, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning, but mine came in a right mess, and I've repressed it with rubbing alcohol, and every time I try and do something with it, it just goes progressively worse. So I do want to find a new one. Sometimes I'll have them at TK Maxx, so if I see this in TK Maxx and it's not broken, then I'm gonna pick it up and just get rid of this one. I mean, this palette itself is just so crumbly, so soft and so crumbly. A lot of Huda Beauty palettes are, but yeah, there is that. And then we have got the Lethal Cosmetics Roots palette. So guys, a bit of a story to tell you about Lethal Cosmetics. Now, I've never bought any of their multi-chromes or anything like that, or duochromes. The only thing I've ever bought from Lethal Cosmetics is this palette here, and I got super excited when I realised they were bringing out a multi-chrome eyeshadow palette, or you could buy the singles. I just didn't realise it was being sold for £125. I think originally you do get money off. I think it's like worth 130 something. So you are saving by buying the 9 multi-chromes in the eyeshadow palette. But I refuse to spend that amount of money. Right, so I'm working now, I can afford it. I can afford luxury products like that. But on one product, I just refuse it, guys. So I've not bought it. I wish it was a little bit more inexpensive. I mean, the multi-chromes themselves are £14. And then obviously you've got to think about shipping as well. I was talking to my friend Lisa, and she said, how about, you know, if you just buy the ones that you want. The thing is, I like them all. That's why I was going to get the palette. But I'm not paying that kind of price. It's just crazy. To me it is anyway. I think I'm just used to only being able to afford so much though, and even though I can afford more now to spend on makeup, and I've got more of a budget, I just don't like doing it. But yeah, this one is really, really pretty. They do a few others like this. I don't know why, but I think they took them down probably till after Black Friday, and then they'll put them back up. Or they could have sold out. They do a pink one and a purple one, so I'll probably even get both of them, or maybe just one of them. All I know about this one is absolutely beautiful, and I would recommend it if you like blues and greens. The pop of yellow, it's just really, really pretty. So that's going back in the collection. And then we have one mug. See what I mean? I have used a lot this month. It's up here because it wouldn't fit in the drawer. So we've got the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. I think you did vote for this as well. You wanted to see some looks with it, or some people asked me if I was doing looks. There's one woman that asked me, she's got a YouTube channel, she's called Mel, absolutely lovely woman, and her channel is Eyeshadow Holics, I think. I think I'll just leave her channel in the cards and you can click on it. You should really check her out. She's just absolutely lovely, and she's got great content as well. So this one is the Kaleidos Flower Punk, absolutely beautiful. I did 3 days free looks. So we started off with these dusty pink colours here. This one, I don't know where the footage went, but I mean, all I've managed to do really is at the start of the video, which I've just edited today. At the start of the video, which I've edited today, I've put my Instagram reel on there from when I actually filmed this look, and I've also put a couple of pictures so you can at least see what it looks like. And then on the second day I used the mint greens, and then on the third day when I was off work I used all these like grungy green colours. I couldn't really use that, even though I take the makeup off. I didn't want to use that when I was working because I wanted to keep it on. It's making me want to try more from Kaleidos. So there are all the palettes. How many did we have? 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5 palettes we used, guys. So 5 palettes, so they're all going back. Like I said, we'll only be pulling one at a time. Whichever one you want me to use, then that will be used that week. Once I've used that, I'll ask which palette you want to see next. So let's pop that back. Right, I'm gonna put all this away now because there's quite a few things here, and then we'll go and shop my stash. Right guys, so we're hand holding it now. I do not know what I want to use here. I've got to admit, I've not even thought about it. Let's have a look at primers first. I do like this one because I think this is the only moisturising one I've got now. Let's see what we've got. I don't know. That's foundation. This is a contender. This could be a contender. W7 Glow Prime. Let's put that to one side. Yeah, let's use that. And I might, like, when I'm off, like at the weekend, the day that I get off, I might come in to use this one. In fact, let's just pull that one out as well. Oops. If you want a dupe for the Glossier one, guys, I'd recommend this. In some ways, it's actually better. So it does the exact same thing, only the Glossier one has skincare properties in it. So it smells of skincare, which I don't really like, but yeah, there is that one. It's really, really good. I think that one's £10. I can't remember the exact price of this. I think it might be 24, so you are saving quite a bit of money there. Foundations, I'm almost inclined to use my Flower Beauty. Don't feel like I've used it in a while. So that looks like that, but I want to use two different ones. See, I want to try this a little bit more. It's too deep for me, so I'm going to need definitely something else to go with it. But surely I've got a light foundation that I can be using with it. That's fairly light. That's new as well. It's the Body Collection Illuminating. We're definitely going to have to mix. Which one's the lightest? I'd say that one, the Body Collection one. Do I have any other light ones? That has got more of a peachy undertone. I think the Body Collection's the lightest. I mean, they're all the same shade, but it's like, how many shades of porcelain can they do? Yeah, it's definitely the lightest, isn't it? Let's pull the Body Collection one out to go with the Maybelline one. Got there in the end. And the reason why I know they're all porcelain is because that's the only shade I used. This one is porcelain as well. There's no way it's porcelain. It's far too dark. Look how dark it is. I think it's come off the sticker. No, it says there 30 porcelain, which is supposed to be the lighter shade. Well, no, it's not. Okay, so powders are next. Let me talk to you about this Fenty one that I got. Don't know whether to leave it out. I do like it. I just think I'm at that age now with underage like dryness. I mean, this one makes it a whole lot better. It's not as bad as some of the other ones that I've tried. I like the scent. It smells like vanilla or something like that. It's probably not vanilla, but it smells really, really good. I like the scent. You get quite a lot of product as well, which is what I like to try. It's nice travel size. Does it say on here how much you get? 7.8 grams, which is normally more than what you would get in a small travel size. It's normally about 5 grams, isn't it? So it's in the shade Butter. I do like it, but I want to put it back, and I think I want to try this. Well, not try it, because I have tried it before. I think I want to use this number 7 one, because I use this under the eyes as well, and this one is the Translucent Perfect Light Powder, which also works nicely for under the eye area. What's this at the back? I've got a pressed powder. I don't really need a pressed powder, but I do need a face powder. I mean, this Miracle Veil, I've only used it a few times, but it's quite dark. You can just see how dark it is there, can't you? It's like it's supposed to be. I thought it was translucent. It's not. There is a little bit of a colour there, and obviously for foundation that matches me perfectly from putting this on top, then there's going to be a problem. I'm going to look darker than I am. It would work fine with that. It would work fine with that foundation, I think. But I'm not going to be using that all month. This is why I brought those two in, to mix and to get more use out of them. So what other... So have we only got four loose powders then? Well, 5 really with the Fenty, but I use that for under eyes. No, 6 with this number 7, and then we've got that one in the drawer by Natural Collection, was it? I don't know whether to just leave that in. but I'm not a fan of it, and I can't see myself using it all month long. I do, however, really love this one, but once this is gone and there isn't really much left, I'll have to buy a new one. Not a new Too Faced one, but a new powder that I want to try. I think this one here, the NYX one here, is, well, I know it is this one. It's this Revolution one, and we've got loads left in this. I don't want to run out of this, really, the Too Faced one, until the new year. So let's do that. I mean, if I run out of the Too Faced one, then I'll just buy a different powder. I'm wanting to try the Hourglass one, so that might be my next purchase. Right, so now let's go into the illuminators. I'm gonna pop the Charlotte Tilbury one back in its box. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm that mad on this. I mean, what do you guys think about it? And how do you apply it? Like, for me personally, these illuminators, I apply them under foundation and they just shine through, which is really nice. Right, what are we doing? I think this one. I think L'Oreal Glow Cherie I've not used in a very long time, so let's do that. Right, so I got this couple of weeks ago now in the Look Fantastic sale. It was only £25, so it's the Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Face Glow Palette. Guys, I don't know if I like it. I probably need to just play around with it a little bit, but yeah, I don't know if I like it on my skin tone. Obviously, fairest of the fair, so yeah, pulling it. Let's pull it, and let's try and get some use on that. I have been using my palette for 21 in 2021, and the bronzer is nearly done. So yeah, that's gonna, so you'll see that update soon. I feel like I want to pull another bronzer just in case I don't get along with that. So what shall we pull? What have I been wanting to use? Now nothing's calling my name. I haven't used this one in a hot minute. It's the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. Let's pull that as well. It's probably overkill on bronzers, and I probably won't even need it. But yeah, that's the entire drawer. No, concealers. Right, so let's pull the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser. This one is the brightening one, so let's pull that. And then I guess we're pulling Elf, which is also the lightest one I've got. It's in Fair Rose. I think this is the lightest one that they do. Not mad on it, but it's okay as far as the rest of the concealers go. And I'm going to mix it. I'm going to mix it with this one. I don't particularly like this much either, but it covers up spots and blemishes and things like that, and it also works well with that Elf one. If I just put a little bit, and I need to use it all up. I mean, it was £1, guys, so it's not the end of the world if I declutter it, but I don't like doing that. And in here we've got my Glossier one. I just don't like it, guys. I don't like it as a concealer. Everyone raves about this. Not me though. Like I said, the most overhyped products I tend to not get on with. I tend to not like. But yeah, there's that one. I think I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow base once I've used the NYX one and just get rid of it that way. I'm certainly not going to throw it out. I think it's like £14–15, and I don't normally spend that much on concealer. So yeah, this is everything in this drawer. We're going to go over to the bigger collection now and pull the rest of the makeup, and then we will be done. Right, so let's start on cream blushes. In fact, let's put them up here. Okay, so take the ones we used last time. We didn't use this one, did we? Peach Puff, so let's pull that for starters. So we used that one, we used that one, and I think all the others I've used. So now it's a matter of what do I want to use again. So I really like this flower blush bomb, and I think it's called Nectar. No, Pinched. So we'll use that. Now we'll use this one as well. This one's from Kiko, so it's kind of a bronzer type blush. So we'll use that, and then we should be able to do like the cream blushes. Bring this one out because I'm not too sure what I feel about that. Then we can do the least favourite to favourite of my cream blushes, and I think I'm gonna also bring that back in because I thought I had more than I did, and yet that is overkill there, but we need to know, don't we, guys? Then Karen got me a powder blush that I said I'd pull out. So it's that one from Beauty Bay, and I wanted to try these like blushes and highlighters from Beauty Bay, not the bronzers though. The bronzers look like they'd just be too deep for me. This one is in the shade, does it not say on the box? Just says powder blusher. I'm sure it will say on the back of the blush, so we'll just leave it there. I'm not going to pull any more blushes because I'm using a palette as well, so I won't pull any more blushes, I don't think. Let's just quickly run through them. I already used that one. That one's new, but I've already used it. This one's really nice as well. This one might go with a Kiko, so we'll pull that. No, I think that's good there. So now we're moving over to highlighters. Oh, I got these new ones. I don't know whether you've seen them in the haul because one of the hauls didn't film right and I'm not refilming it. They're the MUA shimmer highlighters and they're absolutely gorgeous. The duochrome ones. So this one is called Peach Diamond, and then this one is more of a blue toned, whereas that's more pink. You can just see it there in the light. And then this one here is called Pearlescent Shane, so definitely those two. What else? I'm half tempted because I love it so much to pull Cookie, but I've used it recently, so no, we won't pull it. Not used this in a while though, this ELF Moonlight Pearls. Let's see what we feel on that, because again I'm going to be decluttering soon, and then also Steeler's Kitten, because I don't think I like this one either. So have we got enough? Well, there's 4 highlighters there plus a face palette. Face palette's brand new, guys. I ordered it probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, not thinking that it was coming from America. It was coming from a website called Doll's Kill, and I thought that was a British website, but it wasn't. So it's come all the way from America, and the highlighter came broken. I took a picture of it. I need to get in contact with the company. I mean, the rest of the palette is fine. I've had to repress it, but the highlighter itself, you'll see in the picture that I took before I repressed it, is super soft. It's like It's like these ones. The more you repress it with rubbing alcohol, the worse they get. So I'm leaving this in here for when I do my declutter. It will get decluttered. This one is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. It's absolutely a mess, look. I mean, if you're sending them to friends or anything, you need to pack them really, really well, because that is just a mess. And I absolutely love those highlighters. I've got that one in, that's the same one, but this one is in Diamond Glow. That's my favourite one. I think I've got 3 in total. Yeah, because there's one here as well, and that's a bit of a deeper shade, which is also nice on me, and that one's Sandstone Shimmer. And then obviously Molten Rose Gold is going to get decluttered. But yeah, at the minute it's these. Let me go and get the palette and I'll be back shortly. Right, so here we are, guys. It's the Moira Oh La La Blooming, what's it called? Blooming Series palette. It's absolutely beautiful. So stunning. Comes in this really nice plastic bag, and you do get stickers. I don't think I'd use the stickers. I'm not too sure why they put the stickers on. I presume it's to like go over the palette. But let me just take it out of here and I'll show you what it looks like. Right, so these are the stickers. I think they might be to go on the actual plastic packaging that comes with it, so you can just put it all over it. I think that, I mean, please disagree with me if you don't feel the same. I feel like that's a little bit childlike, for me personally anyway. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Oh, I can't get into it. It's that cold here, guys. My hands are absolutely freezing. So you can see here, I've obviously had to repress it. It was kind of hanging off everywhere. So, I mean, you can even see the rubbing alcohol stain here. I'm so not impressed with that, guys, at all. So that one is in the shade Honeymoon. Then we've got Blossom. Then My Heart, Dreaming, Heartbreaker, and Until You. I love the imprint on these two here. Obviously I'm going to keep it. I can't send it back even if I wanted to. I'm not going to send it back at my own cost, but I'm not impressed that that's come like that, and that's the best that I've been able to do. Like I said, I've repressed it with rubbing alcohol, which is what you're supposed to do when something comes broken. So I've done my best at repressing it, but it just looks a mess, I think. I like my products when they're new to be looking perfect. Bit of a perfectionist, but yeah, that doesn't, and is gonna irritate me. Beauty Boxes by Tammy has got it on her website, and I'm half tempted to pass this along to my niece, not for Christmas or anything like that, but just to give it to her. She probably wouldn't mind it being broken. She would probably like to use it and getting a new one for myself, but the same thing could happen. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. We're going to use it over the next month, and we're going to see what I think at the end. And we're going to see what I feel. Probably in January will be the next update, or maybe it'll be around Christmas time, because I have got a few days off, so I probably could do another Shop My Stash then. But yeah, we're going to be using that. I feel like not using as much of these highlighters. I think I'm going to pop that one back. I've just noticed I got this. I knew I got it, but I forgot about it. So we've got the Simpsons Revolution Treehouse of Horror, what they brought out for Halloween, and it's called Witch Lisa. So I really want to use that. When I swatched it, it didn't come across as being that good. So yeah, there's two highlighters in there. There's a Lisa one and a Bart one. These two here are kind of just like playful ones. These two here are just like playful ones, so I can keep this one in as well. So yeah, let's pop that one back, and obviously if I want to use it I can always bring it back out. Don't think there is anything else in here. Might be wrong. I can't wait to do this declutter. For a start, these palettes here will be going when I do the declutter. It's just too full in here. Right, so I think that's it. Obviously we need to get bullet lipsticks out, but we'll do that in a second. So let me just put all of this onto the vanity and then we'll choose the palette. It's just the High Tides palette. It's nothing to get too excited about. And then obviously next week you'll choose another palette and then another until the next Shop My Stash rotation comes around. So just give me a minute. Right, so this is what we're looking like so far. So I managed to get a frame. Well, I already had the frame. I managed to get a frame for that beautiful, beautiful card of Naomi. So I've got, when I say Naomi, I mean A Beauty Dreams by Naomi. If you haven't checked her channel out, which I'm sure most of you have who watch me, because she's a very, very dear friend, and so is Lisa from Banning, Panning and Beyond. So she sent me this card, and I'd really like to get a frame for Lisa's card here and just hang it there, so that they're with me all the time. So soppy, it's unreal. So yeah, that one's there. And then remember how I was using this for Shop My Stash? I've just brought it back and put my Colourpop palettes in here. So we've got my beautiful Tinkerbell palette here. Absolutely adore the packaging on that one. Then behind that we've got Elsa. Behind that we've got the Mandalorian the Child palette. I'm mixed, guys, about that new Colourpop. Is it Mandalorian? I'm mixed about whether to get it. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm waiting for that girl Shakespeare to do some eye swatches. I love her eye swatches. I'm waiting to either see some arm swatches or some eye swatches. Beauty Boxes by Tammy has already got it on her site, so I can get it. It's quite expensive though. She's charging $18.99 for it, plus I think $3.99 shipping, so that is quite expensive considering they're not that expensive to buy. So anyway, they're on my Disney ones, and then it goes into Coast to Coral, which I absolutely love. Baby Got Peach. Then we've got Blush Crush at the back of that. We've also got Making Mauves. I think I've used that, haven't I? I need to check. I'm sure I have. High Tides. So that's what we're going to be using this upcoming week. And at the back of that we've got Grandeur. I haven't used it. Then we've got, these aren't Colourpop, but they are so cute. I put them in a little like Ferrero Rocher tin at the back. So we've got the Disney Mickey the True Original eyeshadow palette. My mum got it me not so long, well, it was a couple of Christmases ago, and I think I bought this one, the Lion King The Wild Side. They brought this out when they brought the Disney Lion King movie out, so I had to get that. And then I didn't really have any room for this one, so I've just put that at the back of that container that holds them two palettes. So it's the Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters, just purely because I didn't want it out of sight here. At least I can still see it. Then we've got the packaging from the Hocus Pocus mirror that Karen sent to me because I'm sentimental and I wanted to have it on site. And then at the back of that we've got two of my bigger palettes. So we've got Truly Madly Deeply, and then we've got the biggest palette that I've got so far, which is called Fade Into Hue. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting, is it Smoked Roses or something like that, the new palette they brought out. I was talking to Naomi about that, and she was saying that she's just got those shades over and over in her collection. Now, for me personally, I probably have a few palettes that look like that, but it's mainly like Making Mauves has got shades in like that, and Menage a Moi. I could have like all of those shades in one palette. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, these, I can't open it up, but I can show you a little bit. So these are my 9 pans here. It does open up, but I've got obviously all this, I won't say crap, but I've got all this eyeshadow on the top, and I don't want to move it. You'll see it anyway when I do my least favourite to favourite Colourpop eyeshadow collection at the end of the year. And then in this drawer we've got Limoncello. As I was saying, I feel like this would be a really nice Christmas palette to use in December, so I'll probably pull that then. Then here, just ignore those single eyeshadows here. I'm deciding whether I want to keep them. They were in a palette, but now in that palette I've got my Pastel Roses, but I feel like I've just placed another order from Pastel Roses in the Black Friday sale, so I'm going to need a bigger palette. Might all go back in the MAC palette now that I know how to basically get them out of that MAC palette and tell you what shades they are. But yeah, this is what my single Colourpop Super Shocks are looking like. So these two are new. We've got the Tinkerbell and this Raw Beauty Christie one. This one was new as well, and then there was a tie-dye one that Colourpop sent to me because the order was late. I can't remember. I don't know where it is. Don't even think it's here. That's a new one. Chase the Light. I don't think I ordered that. It could have been that one that they sent to me. I'm sure it was a tie-dye one though. Anyway, that's all of my Colourpop singles. Then I've got the Wave Breaker duo that Karen also sent to me. I should pull that really with the High Tides palette and do some looks with it, but I'm not too sure that I'm gonna, because obviously I have to do more looks, and I'm only planning on doing 3 days 3 looks. If I had more time then I would pull that, probably pull it at a later date. And then in the bottom here is kind of miscellaneous. So we've got the Maybelline Gigi Hadid. That's a Dior palette. This is a Bourjois La Nude palette. That's a Shoe Umara palette. We've got a YSL one there. We've got a Revolution one here. I'm not really going to go into it all. We've got Charlotte Tilbury there. My Revolution one there. I think it's the Avocado palette, isn't it? My Lethal Cosmetics Roots there. What's in this? Oh yeah, it's those really colourful ones that I want to keep. I think they were called Pretty Little Palettes. This one is from Lisa. This one is the Moira Sweet Delights Sweet Series palette. It's my favourite pastel palette, even though I've got this Maddie Ziegler one, and that is kind of a pastel palette, but it only has a few shades that are pastels. So we've got that. Then we've got a Glitzy Girl one which has a lot of neons in it, and that's it for that drawer. I'm only showing you this because obviously it's in with my Colourpop. Eventually I feel like all this will be gone and probably it will all be Colourpop, because that's what I intentionally bought it for. But at the moment I don't have enough. If I was to take all this down from the top there, I would have enough to put in here as well. But for now I want to keep these really cute ones up top. So that's that. Let's go over to my drawers. We need to pick out some lippies, and I think we're done then, to be honest. I'm going to show you. I put everything away obviously because it's the next day, but I haven't chose lipsticks yet. I wanted to do that with you guys, so let's go ahead and do that. Right, so here's what it was looking like from last month. I'm going to keep the ones in that I haven't used or haven't used a lot. This one I think can go back. I didn't really use that, but I mean it can go back. It's Sellout. So that one can go back, just so we can make some room for other things. I want to keep the Tinkerbell back there because it's cute. So Kylie Ginger can stay out. I know that's Ginger because Kirsten I used yesterday and that's still in my handbag. The Lifter Gloss I want to keep. Normally them two stay in as well. Let's pop the number 7s back. I've not used them, but let's pop them back. And we had Honey Bloom and Soft Paprika, which I didn't get around to using any of those. Gingerbread, I feel like I want to leave in just because it's that perfect autumnal shade. I mean, isn't it pretty? So we'll keep that one in. I didn't really use the Tanya Burr one a lot, so that's gorgeous. Let's keep that in. That would look good. Obviously I like the shade of that by itself, but it would look good with a little bit of, can't even get it out, that lifter gloss there over top of it. So we've got the Barbie one here, which I've shown so many times that I want to keep in. We'll keep the Morphe Tees in. I don't think I'm going to need to pull any lipsticks, you know. We'll keep this one in, this Stila. Yeah, Stila Patina. That can still stay at the back there. So the other Kylie one's going to go there. I don't think I've got room. I'm going to have a bit of room here. Let's see what we can find to put here, just in case I'm going to need them, but I don't think I will need them because I've got quite a lot of lipsticks there. So let me just go and see what I can find. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Serenato as well. That's kind of a brown one. It is pretty dark, so I'll use that, and I'm going to use this Elizabeth Arden one. I don't use it enough. It's in the shade Raspberry, and it is perfect for this time of year. So yeah, we're going to be using that, and then I'm going to keep everything else as it was, just because I didn't really use them a lot. So this is what we're looking like. There's one more Kylie lipstick in my bag, so it's pretty full. So we'll leave it like that. Excuse the mess on my desk. It's like nearly 6 AM and I just want to get this edited and up. I've edited the most part of it. It's just this last bit that I need to get edited. I've been using this as well, guys, this PS Energy setting spray. It's really, really good, and only £4 from Primark. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you the drawers as it is. So I've just got powders here at the back. So we've got my NYX one and number 7 because they wouldn't fit in the drawers. This little thing here, my mum's just bought for me. It's super cute. She bought this one for me and a Santa one for my 11-year-old niece. So that's that. And then the Glossier product, I'm gonna just keep at the back because it won't fit in the drawers either. Then in the top drawers, I used this yesterday, so this is what I was talking about. This is where I keep my pastel roses at the moment. This is such a beautiful palette. My mum comments on it, and she doesn't really comment on my eyeshadow a lot. My mum's commented on my eyeshadow both times I've used this recently. So this one down here, I know you can't really tell, but this one is a multi-chrome called Merope. And then yesterday I used this shade here. That shade is called, what's it called again? Let me sit down and I'll tell you, so I can tell you what I used. I've not taken any pictures though, so right, so oops, so this one is called Nymph. So I used that on the inner corners, and then I used, oh, I can tell you what that one's called. I used that Werewolf one on the outer corners. They brought this out for Halloween, and then this shade here I used just on my inner corner. So I had like 3 very sparkly eyeshadows on yesterday when I went into town. Oh, that one's called Lime Twist. Perfect for your inner corners. Got eyeshadow everywhere. They're really pigmented. I love Pastel Rose's eyeshadows. I've ordered a couple of multi-chromes from, they're called Titmouse Cosmetics, that creative_I put me onto from Instagram. I'd really go and check her out. She does the most amazing eyeshadow looks. She's called Christina, absolutely lovely woman. So she put me onto them. And I've ordered another 2 multi-chromes from Pastel Roses and 4 duochromes as well. So yeah, I'm going to be getting, what, 8 eyeshadows soon in the next probably week or so. Absolutely beautiful palette. I did show you this, so I'm not going to really go into it again. Still not happy with the highlighter being smashed, but I used it yesterday. I'll actually show you what I used yesterday. Right, so yesterday I mixed these 2 shades for blusher, Blossom and My Heart, and I used this highlighter, and even though it looks like crap, it's actually quite a good highlighter. It's pretty shiny, which you can tell. You can tell it's got glitter in it, so if you're not a fan of that, you probably won't be a fan of that highlighter, but the blushes are really nice in it. Then we've got this High Tides palette that I'm going to be using. I'm going to try and do all 3 looks this week, and then I can probably get it up next week. I've got a look that I did last week. I can't even remember what palette it was, but that needs to go up first. And this is what the beautiful High Tides palette looks like. Karen must have got me this in the summer. I know it was a while ago she got it me. I can't even remember. I feel like this was the first order she sent me from Colourpop, and she sent me a couple of orders. Now, let me know, Karen, when it was, but it was quite a while ago. But yeah, that's that. It might come to a point where I feel like I can use those 2 other eyeshadows with it. It would be nice to be able to use the full like collection that she sent to me, but yeah, I really do like that. Right, now we can show you the rest of the drawers. So here is my base drawers. Here is blush and bronzer. And then here is highlighter and bronzer and some powders. And then these drawers are just kind of miscellaneous. We've got Project Pan lipsticks here. We've got brow products here. And then this is all Project Pan down here. So yeah, I mean, the only thing that I've used a lot from Project Pan is this, because I just want to use that bronzer up. But you will get to see an update in the next week or so, I would say. It's probably going to be late, but I've not done an update for a couple of months now at least. But yeah, that's what we're looking like. This concludes the video. Sorry it's a long one, it's well over an hour, but I feel like when you're doing monthly Shop My Stashes, if you're doing like a review from last month, it is going to be long. If you don't like to see the reviews of my thoughts from last month, I do timestamps now, which takes a little while to put them in and everything, but I just feel like not everyone wants to watch my thoughts on last month's products. You might just want to see the pics from this month's products. So yeah, just look out for them. You'll see the chapters in the videos. And another thing I wanted to talk to you about, I've been saying now for what seems like forever, I'm going to be doing that Charlotte Tilbury giveaway. Now, I did want to include a couple of other things. I don't think I'm going to do that I've not bought any other things as of yet. I've just not had time, and I had quite a few bits of friend mail to send out, so I wanted to get that done first, which is practically all done now. I've just got a box to send to Naomi, but I just feel like in between me waiting for one more thing for her, I can actually run the giveaway. So I'll be running the giveaway really soon, guys. Hang tight. You know, what I'm going to do is, obviously, I'm going to make a video on the giveaway. So the Charlotte Tilbury giveaway has got nothing to do with YouTube. It's just something that I want to do to give back for your love and support on my channel. So hang tight, it will be going up in a separate video, but I'll also put it on my community tab now that I can do that, because obviously I have community tab, which I'm so pumped about. I really love doing the polls there, and I love the fact that you're interacting with me on there as well. So yeah, there is that poll going up at the moment, which palette you want to see next, which is the Sigma Enchanted or the Jackie Aina palette. At the moment, I checked again last night, the Sigma seems to be winning, not by much, but it is winning. I just hope there's not a tie again, because last time I did a poll, there was a tie, so I kind of had to figure out which palette I wanted to use first, which defeats the whole purpose of a poll, really, because I want you guys to choose for me. So if there's a tie, I'll probably leave it running a few more days, and if it's still a tie, then obviously, you know, I need to use one of those palettes, so I'll have to choose one, but I'm hoping that you guys will do it for me. So guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.